Hi, my name is Jeannie, and this is week 2 of 8 weeks of magnetic alignment towards achieving your goals for 2023. So I'm available on YouTube and Spreaker. And so I also have a store, standout store / Mystic Genie 88. And also I have a TikTok as well. So if you are watching this on YouTube, I will provide a link on the show notes below. If you're listening through my podcast Streams to Reality, you'll just receive an audio and also put all the links. So today is week 2. And so we have a special guest, Bacon. He always wants to join. So week 2 is about removing resistance, but allowing the worst thing that can happen, but then still allowing other possibilities, and just being okay with, not having what you want, and just being accepting of your desire not manifesting. And then we're gonna go through 4 keys, which is clarity, clearing, subconscious reprogramming, and aligned action. So we'll go through the process one at a time. So we're going to start first with clarity. So clarity is, without knowing what you want to achieve, you will never get there. It's like the GPS, right? So when you tell the GPS, when you input the address on the GPS, it has to be specific. So you have to be specific. What is it that you really desire? So Mom Grace, I know we've been working on your goal. So through the 8 weeks of magnetic alignment, you're just going to hone in on, exactly what it is that you really desire for 2023 and onwards. So we're going to start with just one major goal, because the other small goals will just follow. But this one, since you have like a massive resistance to it, we will work on this just one goal for 2023. So Mom Grace, the first key is clarity, right? So what is it that you really want to have for 2023? What is your end goal?
To be a successful advisor, as an insurance advisor, and MDRT before the year end. MDRT is $1 Million Round Table.
Okay, so what does that do for you?
It's a big achievement on my part as an advisor, since it's an international recognition, and at the same time it would give you also benefits, like there are really high-end clients, like clients that have big cases, which if you are an MDRT, there are things like there are benefits if you are an awardee, because there are really perks on it being an MDRT. Another thing is because there are really clients who would always ask, how long have you been working with that company? How were you able to receive awards, up to what extent, those things. And when you are an MDRT, it would really add something to your name. It's like an engineer. When you are an engineer, there's always a name engineer before your name. So ours is after our name, the logo of the MDRT, because it's an international recognition. So it's really something for us. Although there's another award, but when you are an MDRT, that kind of award from that company will really follow, because when you reach the MDRT, before reaching the word MDRT, there's another award from that particular company that normally you would receive it before reaching the MDRT. So that is really something for me as an advisor.
Yeah, but ultimately, what is it that you really desire? Do you desire like having a good reputation? Do you desire the income? Do you
Actually,
desire
it's financial freedom.
ah, okay. So what does that feel like for you? Like having financial freedom?
Of course, it would mean travel. It would mean augmentation in your of course your income will be augmented, and you'll be able also to pay your debts, to be able to help, and to be able to be more confident in life when you are financially free, because there are really things when you have money, when you have all the resources, that would give you the how do you say that, the confidence, because number one is if you want to buy something that of course you really need it, you can really buy it, and of course you can share it to others. You can also help others if you have money. But that's one thing I my friend would always say, how can you give if you do not have? So
Yeah.
that's also one thing, that how can you give if you do not have? Reality lang tayo. Reality is, yeah, if you don't have it, how can you share it? So it's better to have this kind of resources. And if you are an MDRT, you are financially free, you are getting this kind of goal, $1 million round table. That is something that you can always share, you can always give, and you can, because it would give you an ache also when people would ask, and then you would say, this is the only thing I can give, or I'm sorry, I cannot give you anything. The reason is you don't have it.
Ah, so your ultimate purpose is um like to be generous, generosity and like to
Yeah,
give.
pay it forward.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I suggest you write it down so that you'll have more clarity. Write down everything that you told me. You wanted, recognition, you want to give and help people, but unfortunately you said you can't, um write it down. So an example, I'm just going to give an example because before when I started in America, I didn't own a car and I really honed in on it. I said like why do I really want a car? And so because I was living in New York, New Jersey, you don't really need a car there. There's buses and trains. But when I really like examined, like, why do I want like a car? And I realized it's convenience. It's so that I can travel whenever I want to. So once I honed in on that, my exact reason why I wanted it, it just like instantly flowed. I was just led to it. But first, you have to define exactly what it is that you want. So you have to be clear what you want because it's like the GPS, right? If you tell the GPS, like, oh, just drop me in the corner, and like, which corner, right? You have to provide the specific address, the apartment number, because, like, yeah, you may get in the general vicinity of that, but if you don't know, you're not really clear about your end destination. So your subconscious mind will get confused. It's like, what does this woman really want? So if you can encapsulate, and I think it's in the course as well. So I know you did purchase the course. That's why you have this coaching session. So in the course, it will hone in on exactly being clear on what it is that you want. But just for the sake of brevity, or because we're going to clear the things that stand in the way later on, if you can just provide one key word or one word that would encapsulate why you want to be financially free. Let's say for me, when I wanted my car, it was convenience. If you can describe one word to describe your end result. Can you give me one word? Just throw it out there for now. Like one, two, three words that comes to mind.
Freedom.
Freedom. What else?
Um, how do you say that? Confidence
Mm-hmm.
and happiness.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So which one out of the three, which one feels light to you, lighter? Like which really like resonates with you? Was it confidence? Was it happiness? Was it freedom? Out of the three?
Happiness.
Oh, okay. So do you think that like like achieving that will make you happy?
Yeah, because things will follow. When you are happy, you things will follow.
Okay. So yeah, this is so appropriate with what we're gonna do later. We're gonna do a clearing and we're gonna use magnetic recode. Basically, we're gonna use what we call the double bubble. And it involves like being happy no matter what the outcome is, whether you achieve your goal or whether you don't achieve your goal. And we will go through this process later on. So, but before that, there's just going to be some education. So the four keys, right? Clarity, be clear on what you want. Um, Number two, clear what gets in the way. Use like emotional like or magnet like not really but energetic tools, emotional clearing tools. And then the one that I use most of the time is called magnetic recode. It's by Chris Duncan, and he got this work from Colette Stryker, who was like a psychotherapist. Basically it works with a higher level of our mind. So we have like three memories or three levels of our mind. We have the conscious mind, which is only conscious of maybe 5 or 10% of what goes on. And then there's the subconscious mind, which is it regulates everything, our breathing, our circulation, our memories are stored in there, our childhood programs are stored in there. And then we have the super conscious. Some people call it the higher consciousness, the higher self. And the higher consciousness or super conscious is basically it is neutral. It doesn't have an opinion in anything. And through commands that Colette Stryker discovered, and but it's being used by Chris Duncan for goal setting. Um, they discovered, or she discovered, that you can actually pinpoint at exactly like around which time during your timeline, your lifetime, that you are blocked, so it's a very gentle process. You don't go through what you call that, you don't go through like hypnosis or like a altered state of mind. It's just basically just summoning the superconscious, which is we are all connected. So the superconscious is connected to 7 generations before us. It's that's what they call like the family karma. So it sees everything. It's like it has a penthouse view of everything. And the subconscious mind forms the foundation. And then like the conscious mind is maybe only up to like maybe second, third floor, at the most the fifth floor. It doesn't have like a view of everything. So once we do the superconscious recode, you will just notice that wisdom will just pop up, and you will just remember um events in your past. So because it will remove and release like what is the biggest stumbling block for you right now in order to achieve your goal. So it's like likened to sorry about that, it's likened to a stream or a river, right? So your goal is on the other side of the river, but then there's a huge boulder. So when we do the magnetic free code, we're just like it will gently like push it like further, and then so that the water can flow. And so you'll notice once you do the magnetic free code, and you can continue, you can do this over and over until you feel a relief. or a release or insight or wisdom, what you'll discover is you'll just flow, like you'll just go, and whatever like resistances you have, like procrastination, and self-sabotage, you'll notice that it will become less and less and less. And that's what I noticed as well. So I was always procrastinating on making my TikTok, and then when I did the magnetic recode on myself, I noticed like, oh my God, like I'm doing it, same with my books as well. I did other processes as well, but I have bigger and bigger goals, so therefore I need to use a better tool. So another metaphor that we can use for the magnetic recode is like the soccer field, right? And you have the goal there. And so the issues that we have may pop up like from the ground, like they call it a gopher. It's like an animal that pops up from the ground, and once it pops up, like the field is like has like dirt on it. So when you use the magnetic recode, it's like dusting and like leveling the field, so that the soccer ball will reach the goal. And it's like really gentle process. It's like it's not really like like massive. You'll just feel that it's really gentle, and it will just work on the issue that needs to be moved or shifted, so that you can move forward, and reach your goal. And so this is very like synchronistic, because you said like, oh yeah, so I'm only going to be happy if I reach the $1 million round table. But do you think that if you don't achieve the $1 million round table, you think you'll still be happy?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
because I understand not all that you wish, all that you claim will really happen, but at least you have the goal that you will be much happier if you will be able to reach that goal. But given the chance, it's like the word benefit of the doubt. Um, I am still claiming I because right now I am still happy. It's just that I would be much happier if I would reach that goal because I have those other things in mind if I will be given the chance.
Okay. So yeah, so the double bubble is all letting go of resistance, basically. So I'll just explain the process briefly. You will be like thinking about the worst case scenario, just in case you never achieve your goal, how does it feel? And then we'll release that. And then what if you achieve your goal? How does it feel like? And then it's just focusing and redirecting your attention to, you know what, all things are possible. I may not achieve my goal, but I choose to focus on what if I achieve my goal. And so part of like how the mind, especially the subconscious mind, works, it always wants to begin with the end in mind. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the magnetic recode. It's called double bubble, and you're gonna be closing your eyes right now. And to those that are watching this on YouTube, this one is going to be edited, because this is the process that like people actually pay for. If you want to be able to experience this, I'll provide you with the link below on how to get it. Okay, or how to have access to it. So close your eyes, and do you give me permission right now to connect to your superconscious field?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to just choose the worst case scenario, like the worst case is you never reach the $1 million round table. So what's the good thing about it? What's the good thing about not achieving your goal? Like example, it's you're not going to be stressed out, you don't have to work too hard. What do you think is good about not achieving your goal? Hold at the count of 5. I want you to open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So how did it feel?
Lighter.
Lighter. See?
Yeah.
Did you
And
feel?
I feel sleepy.
Oh yeah, so sleepiness is actually your unconscious is like it's processing. So anytime you yawn or it's a lot of unconsciousness like
Mm.
waking up. Yeah.
Mm.
So I do that a lot. So I get sleepy when I do this process or another
But
process.
it's nice, huh? It's nice. It's
Yeah.
something like, yeah, it's like reprogramming your mind rather than being conscious. Although it's not good to be unconscious always. But it's something like there's some it's a little bit heavy.
Yeah, it's processing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel light, but it's like I feel like heavy. But it's weird.
Yeah, it's your neuron. So um we have like our brain cells, they actually studied this. It's forming new neural connections. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, so that was just the second key of clearing, you know. So now we're gonna go to the subconscious reprogramming. So now that we have like cleared what is getting in the way, we're gonna use our subconscious mind to like imprint upon like the end result. So I really suggest that book by Neville Goddard, Feeling is the Secret. So you read it over and over if you can. But
Miss, can you type the author? I can't get it.
yeah, I think I sent the link the last time, but I'll send it back to
Okay.
you. Um,
Okay.
so basically, what it means is that our subconscious mind, it speaks a different language. It speaks um, images, five senses, and also it speaks emotion. And what the subconscious mind wants is it doesn't want you to do a step by step. It wants you to go directly to your end result. And I'm gonna give you an example that I've been using, imprinting on my subconscious mind. So I've always wanted to be a hypnotist, right? So what happened was I saw my mentor on YouTube and I'm like, that guy is going to be my mentor. He's going to certify me for hypnosis. But at that time, it was a time of COVID. So there was COVID restrictions and seminars were not allowed. Right. But I just like kept on focusing like, and the thing about the subconscious mind, you also have to be strategic. Basically, what it means is choose the end result that would or the end image that will encapsulate what really that you desire. For me, of course, I can visualize going to the airport, but then it's not the end result, right? Because that's like the process of getting there. So what I did was I visualized being in the seminar room, like in the back row, drinking water, and then the mentor comes in and says hi to me. And then that was what I was visualizing for. Like I started in November of 2020, and I went there in January 2021. So around 2 months. So I just impressed upon that image, right? And then so um because the subconscious mind will really work towards your goal provided that you speak its language, which is the end result of what you want. And what happened was everything was possible. The seminar was went on track. And what happened, they were the first uh, few people allowed in Las Vegas to do the seminar in person because they were not allowing it, you know. So it so happens that they were the first that was allowed to do the seminar live, provided you have to wear mask and stuff like that. So on my first day, like immediately, I'm like my first 5 or 10 minutes, I sat at the back and I was drinking water like that. And then the hypnotist, my mentor, he came and like he said, "Hi, how are you doing?" I'm like, Oh, dude, this is this is what I visualized. So if I visualized like being in the airport, I would just be stuck in the airport, but I visualized the end result, right?
So it's giving me an idea that I have to visualize that I'm going upstairs and in the stage and I'm going to receive my award.
Yeah, and what are you wearing?
Yeah, I'm wearing a black dress, a black gown.
Uh-huh. And what do you smell like? Like, are you wearing perfume?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing my high heels and I have my sash of MDRT. Actually, I visualizing that one. That's two months ago. I saw this because we have one person who is now an MDRT years maybe a year ago. Then I wore that sash because I saw it from one of those people who also visualizing it. Those younger ones who really want it also. So when I just turned my back, I saw this lady wearing that sash from his manager. So I said, excuse me, we're not friends, but you know, when you are in the office, you really have to smile, and especially if these are young ones. And then I said, excuse me, who owns that sash? And she said, it's from our manager. So I said, can I borrow it also like what you did? Then can I have a picture wearing that sash? And she said, sure. So I really have it in me. So every now and then I would always look at that picture and said, someday I will really be like that. And I'm claiming it for the year 2023. The universe will permit.
Yeah. So when you say someday, what if you just say, I'm in the process of?
Actually, I'm in the process of.
Yeah.
I am. I claim it.
Yeah, because the subconscious mind is like, okay, someday, like someday 5 years from now, right?
You have
So
to be specific.
yeah, you have to be specific, but not too specific, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, it's really 2023. I nailed it.
and then what you can do is probably you can already buy that dress and, you know, you just really need to claim it, you know?
Yes. Yes, I will. Yeah, I will. I will. Yeah, I have the picture. I'm already wearing the sash. It's just that it's not the proper attire. So perhaps this first quarter of the year, I think I have to buy that dress and
And the
then
shoes.
wear again and the shoes and wear again that sash. Then take a picture, and that would be my right now my profile is already claiming it to be that one to be an MDRT. But what I want is something like wearing my black dress, wearing the sash of the MDRT, and wearing the dress and the high heels. So I really have to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's part of your assignment, like for the rest of the week or like for a few months from now. You
Yeah,
just
for this.
visualize and then, but don't be too obsessed about it. Just like
Yeah.
like for me, I wasn't really obsessed about it. I was just driving and like, okay, I was picturing it. So I wasn't doing it like 24/7. I was just,
Can I just say let go?
yeah. So visualize, impress upon it, your subconscious mind. Maybe you do a process where you journal and then you just like visualize and then you can let go. Yeah, you have to drop the seed.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing with and that was my mistake before when I was manifesting. I was like always holding on to the seed, like like this is what I want, this is what I want, but you're not dropping it or like putting it on
Okay.
the so
I
yeah,
got it.
yeah, so you can visualize
So dropping the seed, it's like
letting go.
letting it go.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then this process that we did, actually, it is letting go because you're happy no matter what happens, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very appropriate, like the topic of like, yeah, I'll be happy whether I achieve my result or I'll be happy whether not. But this is what I choose anyway, you know? Yeah. Okay, so that's good. And you're actually your aura is lighter as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can replay this video and then you can notice the before and after.
Okay, I
Yeah.
will.
So we're back to the fourth key, which is aligned action. So in your course from stand.store/Mystic Genie 88, there's a Dreams to Reality course. There's like the fourth key, there's an action planner which you can actually download
Okay.
and you can print it out, and it's for the whole year, and it will like since you haven't like printed it out yet, what you can do is you can just get your planner right now and just literally plot out what you're going to do for the rest of the week, so that will lead you to your goal. So right now, what are the two biggest action steps that you can take that will lead you to your goal?
Right now, uh, my friend just died, and then because I am now the one handling all the servicing of her clients, which I go over last night. I found it out. She has clients who are investing in dollars.
Ah.
I said, oh wow. I even told myself, talking to her in my own consciousness, that thank you for these clients I am servicing from you, uh, praying that I would be able to get more clients in doing servicing. And thank you for giving all these clients. And thank you, I was there when you died, because I was the last person who saw the when he died, when she died, the the last, how do you say that, the last pulse rate, that it's really
Oh,
zero. I was really there, so I even saw her cry, because they said the last sense was the hearing. So I really saw her with the tears in her eyes. So I I'm a little bit, but I would always say the self-sabotage, that was the self-sabotage before. But right now, I told myself, this is an eye-opener on me. I have to take care of this, because maybe this would really lead me. Because as I realize it, I don't have to find more clients outside. They are just here in my laptop. They are just here, and I just need to tap them. It's really bombarding my mind. Just tap these clients. They will really give leads to you. That's
okay.
really in my mind. But the only thing is, my conscious mind will always say, find more, find more, find more. But my subconscious mind will always say, open your laptop, open your laptop, open your laptop. And I would always say, I'll find more clients. And then again, when I sit down and I would see all these other, I would see my iPad, and I would see my laptop, and I would say, yeah, I would have to open my laptop. I know I will find more clients here in the laptop, rather than walking and rather than calling others. I I think this is my lead.
Yeah,
And
and
that's it.
yeah, you can do maybe 50-50 or 60-40, right? Like
Yeah,
that way.
I'll balance it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Yeah. So see, you already have your two action steps, which is like look at the leads from the laptop and the leads outside. So you have like your two action steps now. So that's good. And then you just have to plot out in your calendar, like when am I gonna do work on the laptop leads and when am I gonna work on the outside lead?
It's just the discipline, because I really procrastinate it sometimes. Not sometimes, it's almost every day. Procrastination is always there, but I would say, I promise myself this year, 2023, this first quarter, no more procrastination. But again, it would come back in a little, and then back again to, sometimes like that. But I promise myself, to reach my goal, I have to do something new, something that would lead me to that goal.
Yeah, so that's why you need the action planner, because the action planner will actually, if you take a look at it, and we might discuss it in future episodes, it is like how far are you from your goal? And if you can grade yourself today compared to yesterday, how well did you do, and you do quarterly, monthly, daily, weekly goals and stuff, and you really write it down. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. So I'm happy. So thank you for participating in the week too. So the people that are
Thank
listening to
you.
this one, I'm
Thank you.
available on YouTube and Spreaker, Dreams to Reality. And then I have a course on stand.store/Mystic Genie 88. And then I also have TikTok Mystic Genie 88. So yeah, I have a lot of resources. And I think I'm going to be offering like a free ebook as well, so you can know more about the 4 keys. And I'll send it to you as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
Okay. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Miss Jen.